You are my sunshine. It was morning in Woodcock Pocket. The sun was shining, birds were singing, blossoms were bursting, and Toot was mopping. When Puddle asked, "What's the matter?" Toot said, "Oh, nothing." "I've never seen Toot mop," said Tulip. "He's always so happy." "Everybody mops sometimes," said Puddle, "even Toot." "And it's such a beautiful day," Tulip said. "The sky's so blue." "That doesn't matter when you're blue too," Puddle said. The next morning, when Toot came into the kitchen, he asked Puddle, "How do I look?" "How do you look?" Puddle said. "You look the same as ever." "My ears are too big," Toot said. "Of course they aren't," Puddle said. "Your ears are perfect." "Do you think my eyes are too small?" Toot asked. Puddle looked at his friend's eyes. "I don't think so," he said. "I feel too pink," Toot said. "You can't be too pink. You're just saying that," said Toot, and he mopped out of the room. Mop, mop, mop. That evening Puddle made 5-berry cobbler with heaps of whipped cream. "I know 5-berry cobbler is your favorite," he said to his friend. "It's delicious," Toot told him. "Thank you." Toot's smile popped out for the first time in 2 days. "It worked," Tulip sang the next morning. "Hooray for 5-berry cobbler." "I think you're right," cheered Puddle. He was very relieved. But when Toot came poking across the yard, he didn't look any happier than he had been before. "Is Toot still blue?" Tulip asked. "Maybe he's bored," Puddle declared. "What Toot needs is adventure." That was tons of adventure," Tulip said. We never would have dared the rapids without you," Puddle told Toot. "Anyone can float down a river," Tulip replied. He was still mopping. So Puddle had another idea. "Maybe Toot is feeling lonely. We hadn't had any company at Woodcock Pocket all summer." Tulip's eyes brightened. "There's nothing better than company," she said. "Let's invite everyone." Jenny, Otto, Phil. Everyone came. "You are my sunshine." Soon Puddle had everyone singing. "Let's play hide-and-seek," Otto suggested. "Come on, Toot," Puddle called. "You're it." But Toot said, "I'm not in the mood to be it right now." "I think everyone had a wonderful time," Puddle said. "Everyone but Toot," said Tulip. "I sure miss the old Toot," Puddle said. "Me too," said Tulip. Sunday morning wasn't sunny. "I think something is coming," Puddle said anxiously. "I'm afraid you're right," said Tulip. Later that afternoon, lightning cracked, thunder rumbled, and wind lashed Woodcock Pocket with rain. It was the biggest and scariest storm Puddle could remember, and it went on all night. Toot was the only one who didn't seem afraid. In the morning, Pocket Pond was flooded, and there were leaves and branches all over the place, but the air felt different, more fresh and exciting, and the world seemed crisp and new. And when Toot came marching across the yard, he was the old Toot. His walk was bouncy, his head was up, and his whole pink face was smiling. "I'm glad you're not mopping any more," Puddle said. "Was I mopping?" Toot asked. "Just a little," Puddle told him. "Sometimes you need a big, whopping thunderstorm to clear the air." "Yes," said Tulip, "thunderstorms are absolutely necessary." "Friends, too," thought Toot.